Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. It is Saturday, December 9th, 2017. It's in the low 30s right now. I know I was talking to a buddy of mine on the phone down in Maryland. There's got snow going on down there, so good for them. That's awesome. I hope they're enjoying that. We just got a little dusting on the ground, but that's about it. It's actually been a really nice day. A lot of sunshine. You can see over here the clouds. Not a lot of clouds today, so that's a good thing. But it's cold, but it's funny because today there's no wind, so I don't mind the cold so much. It's when that wind is really blowing and it bites through you. That's when it really stinks. But yeah, it's not bad. It's cold, but it's not horrible. So anyway, so I wanted to touch base with you on a couple things. I know yesterday's video, a lot of chatter on that video, and you know, a lot of people sharing their thoughts, and I think that that's awesome. And the overwhelming consensus is not to get the flu shot. And believe me, like I said, if I didn't have to, I would not do it. But and the other thing was the HVP, and so I couldn't remember the name of it, but that was a thing that they want all young girls to get to help supposedly stop cervical cancer. And when that came out right from the very beginning, I'm like, absolutely not. There's no way. So my daughter has never had that, and she never will. So that's not going to ever happen. So I just wanted to talk about that real quick. But you know, those are all money makers for the pharmaceutical company. Now there are certain things that you definitely should get. Somebody had actually made the comment, and it's something that when I do go to my doctor's appointment here towards the end of the month, that I'm definitely going to ask for, and that is for the tetanus shot. I haven't had a tetanus shot in a very long time, so they're good for 10 years. So I'm definitely going to be asking for that. Because, you know, being out here in the woods and working with what I'm doing, I mean, I could, you know, step on a rusty nail or cut myself with something like that. So it's definitely a smart thing to do. So that would be a different thing that I would definitely suggest that people make sure that you have your tetanus shots in place. And if you haven't had one in the last 10 years, make sure that you get one. Especially, like I said, if SHTF happens, we're going to be as set as we're set, and that's going to be it. So, you know, having your dental stuff taken care of, having your medical things up to date, and making sure that you're okay physically, and taking care of any kind of little aches and pains type of things that you need to take care of is very, very important, and you definitely should be doing that. So, you know, that's really, really important. You know, like I said, they had wanted to do a root canal on my one tooth, and I thought about it, and I actually called them the next day and said, yeah, you know what, let's just take it out. So I'm just going to have the tooth removed. Number one, it's way cheaper to have that tooth removed than to do a root canal, and I know the tooth is shot, so it's been bothering me for a while, and so I will be happy to have it gone. So yeah, and like I said, if you guys, you know, anybody that needs to get partials or whatever you need to get, make sure you get those. Eyeglasses, also another thing that's really, really important. I always keep all my old eyeglasses. So I have my old pairs. This pair here that I have on now, I got this pair, oh my God, probably 6 years ago. So it's right around 6 years ago. So I need new glasses. So that's another thing that I'm going to address. And I want to get at least 2 pair of new glasses so that I can have one to wear and one to just set aside. And then I'll still have, you know, this pair here. I'll save that pair. So, you know, that's another thing that's really, really important. A lot of people don't think about these things, and, you know, those are things you got to think about. And, you know, once these glasses break or don't work anymore, then what am I supposed to do? You know what I mean? So, you know, making sure you have the right eyewear if you wear glasses and those type of things taken care of ahead of time. So, and if you have contacts, you better make sure you have a pair of backup glasses, because you won't be getting your solution and everything else after an event. Or if you want to get the surgery and get your eyes fixed that way, that's another option as well. So anyway, going on with that, so with the chicken coop, I've listened to all your comments and stuff like that, and I like the idea. A lot of people just said, you know, some people said go with 1/2 inch, but I'm going to go with 3/4 inch plywood on the floor. A little overkill, yes, but I would rather have the overkill. I'm not going to get the treated stuff like I had talked about in my video. I'm going to go with the you know, vinyl flooring, like people had suggested, and I think that that's an absolutely awesome idea, because then I can just scrape it right out and use that, and it'll scrape out a lot easier. So I think that that's a really smart way of doing it. So thank you for that and the suggestions. I do appreciate that. You know, here's something too that I wanted to talk about a little bit today. And you know, I've done some videos talking about, should we be worried about this, should we be worried about that, and these other things. And here's the thing, you know, we can't live our lives in fear. We really truly can't. Certain things that you have control over, you can focus on those things that you have control over. If you don't have control over it, why spend your time worrying about things that you can't control? That's realistically the bottom line. I mean, if you can't control it, why worry about it? Whatever's going to happen is going to happen. And what we need to do is take care of the things that we can control. We can control the fact that we can have ourselves ready as best we can as off-gridders and preppers, and you know, people that, if you don't like the term prepper, just somebody that's getting ready. Those are things that you have control over, and that's something that you can do. So that's smart, okay? Focus on things that you can control. The things that we can't control, there's no sense really worrying about them. We can have them in our mind and say, that's something to keep an eye on, and that's a smart way of doing things, okay? There's always things that you want to keep an eye on and say, let me keep an eye on that, you know? But if you have no control over it, why worry yourself about things that you can't control? All it's going to do, that's going to hurt you, and there's no reason for that at all. So that's just something that I wanted to touch base about with that. And but today was a really good day for solar for the homestead. The last I checked, actually we're going to go take a look real quick right now while we're here. Let's go do that. We've been working on burning some of this wood already too. Fire's been going pretty much non-stop. Alright, let's see what we got here. I know you really can't see anything in here, so what we have, 0.7 has been brought in from this one, and 0.6 with this one. So 1.3 so far in a day, and we do still have power coming into both of them. So that's not a bad thing at all. But, so I think yesterday we ended up bringing in 1.6 yesterday? Yeah, we brought in 0.8 on both of the things. So for this time of year, believe it or not, with the smallest system as I have, that's not bad at all. So I figure if I doubled that system, that would put us over 3 kilowatt hours on a day like today, this time of year. So that's not so bad. You know, here we are. It is, like I said, the 9th of December already. We are less than 2 weeks away from the winter solstice. And so, you know, that's that'll be here before we know it, and then the days start getting longer. Now, we are coming into January and February are pretty much, you know, suck months as far as weather for us goes. And you can see the smoke coming off the stack because I just got the fire going. So when it's burning hot, you can't even see anything. Because it was down to coals. And so I just got that refired up, and so now it's getting going again. And once it gets really hot again, you won't even see smoke coming off of there. It'll just be like a steam, it looks like, because it burns that hot. So right now we just got the smoke coming off there, but that's not a big deal. But anyway, so that's what's going on. Nothing really super exciting today at the homestead. Just, you know, a quiet day. Solar, like I said, that's always in my mind. That's something that I think about. That's something I do have control over, and hopefully I will be adding more to the solar soon. We shall see. But so now here's been a lot of talk about the rack here. Let's talk about this real quick, okay? And a lot of people have said that you know, with the snow loads and stuff like that, they don't know if it'll hold up. What I will do once we get more into the weather winter-wise here, I am going to add some supports, and I'll kind of, if I can show you underneath here. Okay, like on the creases here where the two meet in the center, I might put like a 2x4 or something in there, and then also up with that one, just so that it has, in the center part of there, it has more support. These are in the frame along the edges here, there, and along the front. But I think if I add some center support And like I said, the ground's frozen right now, so the ground's not going to up and down or move and all that type of stuff at this point. So if I just put like 2x4s underneath there for center supports, that's going to give it that extra support that it needs. Like I said, it's and the thing is, we're going to be out here constantly cleaning these off. So I'm not going to, you know, hopefully have a huge heavy snow load on these at any one time anyway. And you know, if I'm at work, you know, hopefully, you know, like I said, Heather can come out here and work on them and stuff like that. But, you know, like I said, it's something we'll just have to keep an eye on, obviously. But we will stay focused on that, and, you know, we'll make sure everything is good. But, so just so, and some people have had some concerns, I do plan on taking the wires and putting them up. That's going to be something that I'm going to be doing real soon as well. So that's going to get taken care of as well. So they're not all just hanging. They're going to be up under the underside of the panels. So that's what's going on today, guys. Just wanted to touch base on a few things, just fill you in on what's going on, and let you know, like I said, from the other videos and stuff like that. But so anyway, so that's it. So thank you again for the suggestions and the tips as far as the chicken coop goes. I'm making it as big as I am because I do plan on storing their feed and everything in there. I'm going to cut the inside part down, and the chickens will have part of that, but the other part will be just, you know, the rest of the chicken coop will be for storage of their food and everything else like that. And I do plan on making it extra sturdy and solid because we have fox, we have raccoons, we have all kinds of critters out here. So I definitely got to make sure that they're going to be safe, okay? So anyway, on that note, I will talk to you all tomorrow. I hope you're having a good weekend. Remember, hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every single day, because tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen. And remember, guys, STD, one step at a time, one thing at a time, one day at a time. You know, work methodically towards your goals and you can reach them, whatever they may be. Like I said, they don't always have to be involving prepping or living off grid. It can be whatever you're striving to in your life and your goals that you have, you know, in your career or in your life in general. You can reach those goals. And the only one that's going to stop you from that is yourself. Stay away from the negative people, because they just want to bring you down to their level because they're unhappy. They want everybody else to be unhappy as well. So that's it, and I will talk to you all tomorrow, okay? Prepper Nurse 1, out for now.